Little Red Riding Hood. Once upon a time, in a quiet little village beside a deep green forest, there lived a kind girl named Little Red Riding Hood. She always wore a bright red cloak her grandmother had sewn for her, and everyone called her Little Red. One morning, Little Red's mother asked her to visit Grandma, who wasn't feeling well. "Take her this basket of goodies," she said, "and remember, stay on the path and don't talk to strangers." Little Red smiled and set off through the woods. Birds chirped cheerfully, sunlight shimmered through the trees, and wildflowers swayed in the breeze. Her red cloak fluttered behind her as she skipped along the winding trail. But deep among the trees, someone was watching. The big bad wolf, with his sly eyes and sharp grin, stepped onto the path. "Hello there, Little Red," he said smoothly. "I'm on my way to visit Grandma," she answered kindly. The wolf, full of mischief, hatched a sneaky plan. "Why not pick some flowers for her? She'd love that," he suggested. Little Red thought that sounded lovely, so she stopped to gather a colourful bouquet. Meanwhile, the wolf raced straight to Grandma's cottage. He knocked on the door, slipped inside, and gently tucked Grandma away in a closet. Then, grinning, he put on her nightcap and glasses and climbed into her bed to wait. When Little Red finally arrived, she was surprised by how strange her grandma looked. "Grandma, what big eyes you have," she said slowly. "All the better to see you with, my dear," the wolf replied. "Grandma, what big ears you have." "All the better to hear you with, my dear." "Grandma, what big teeth you have," Little Red gasped. "All the better to eat you with," the wolf growled, leaping from the bed. But just then, bang! The door burst open. Brave Grandma had escaped and charged in, holding a rolling pin high in the air. The wolf's eyes went wide, and with a yelp, he bolted out the door and disappeared into the woods, never to return. Little Red and Grandma hugged each other tightly, both smiling with relief. "That was quite an adventure," Grandma said, laughing. "It sure was," Little Red agreed, "but I'll always remember to stay on the path from now on." They sat together by the fire, enjoying the treats from Little Red's basket, safe and sound. And from that day on, Little Red Riding Hood always listened carefully and stayed safe, and she and Grandma lived happily ever after. The end. The end. Thanks for joining us at Story Tales at Dawn. If today's tale stirred your heart or sparked your imagination, like, share and subscribe to keep the stories flowing. And don't forget to hit the bell so you never miss a dawn of wonder. Until next time, may your mornings be magical and your dreams full of stories.